Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to SFU. Today we're going to have SFU versus Tempr. I'm going to be analyzing the game here. We have Pineapple, our Observer Light, and then our co-caster Velociraptor.
Hello.
Right now, we're just waiting to start. It's going to be Chalet. Going to be our best, or our first best of 3 here. We'll see how this turns out. And we're starting. Take it away, casters.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're all having a good night, or a good morning, or a good day, wherever you are. Currently, we are playing Chalet, SFU against Tempr Esports, stated before. We're now starting the ban phase with 6 feet under Esports banning first. Now, I'm not that familiar with the meta this season. I only played 2 games, so I don't really know if Jackal or Thatcher is probably going to be banned. Probably Thatcher, though. Wow, it's like I read their minds.
You are psychic.
Wow, I'm on a different level. My game sense is through the roof right now.
Thatcher, pretty standard ban there. It's almost obligatory now. Like, it's almost mandatory.
I wonder if he's still going to be banned whenever they release this rework.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard much about the rework details, but I would be interested to see what they do there. Flores, also a very strong operator. Seen him banned a lot in comp recently. Gets past a lot of that utility burn, which is pretty key to a lot of team strategies. So Jaeger ADSs and shields. And so a lot of those teams with heavy setups and utility sync type meta strategies will get rid of him as soon as they can.
And Valkyrie also, very good ban, or very good player on this map. I like playing her. Getting her off the board for attacking, since cams are good. Yeah.
And Cade, the other obligatory ban here. If you don't bring the Thatcher, it's almost impossible to get those Cade Claws off the wall, especially in Chalet when you can throw them above or below floors. So that's not super surprising here for this map.
Does my mic sound better now? Welcome. I just moved closer.
We're going to get underway here. First round. And we've got an interesting setup from the defense. I like the alibi. Gives a lot of intel, potentially. People on comp tend to pre-fire everything. And so having an alibi on your team can be a powerful way to figure out where the push is coming from. Pretty standard setup on the defense. You've got the Zero on the flank watch there. Finka and Zof on entry. And then your hard breach. Proximity alarm on the interested to see how 6 feet under set up this site. It looks like they will be going to the bar game site, and that is probably one of the most powerful sites on defense at the current meta on Chalet. Fun Zone going to be setting up these Wamai discs up in the rafters here.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Out of on what you said about Chalet, I will say we have had a very high hit rate for this map, along with Oregon, of course.
Oregon, always a staple. I think everybody, has played Oregon or eventually Oregon if you play it 15 times in a row. But Chalet being added to the map pool, I think, was a pretty interesting move. And this has been seeing much more play as of late, like you mentioned. A little bit more of attacker-sided map, which I think kind of shakes things up in the current meta, and it's good to see a little more aggression sometimes, a little more high octane in the match.
I just want to say that melee animation that they changed is very cool, and also sorry about that. My mom called me.
No worries. The melee animation is good, and it's a little more accurate. Now you don't have to worry about swiping and not hitting somebody. It's like direct point to point. And it looks like Xeno, the alibi here, will get picked off supposedly on the roam. the Finca already doing work here. As they open up that office wall, we're going to start putting pressure onto Funzone, who's playing top blue on the shield. But Reckon here is got the smokes coming out to try to stall that out a little bit, playing on top mez near the fireplace. Looks like Zof is going to try to go canine window and put some pressure onto that smoke player. But if he plays his cards right, he doesn't have any pressure from the library side. Reckon will take one out with the FMG9 on the smoke.
And it has black eyes too, so that's a flex.
Black Eye's pretty much an aimbot in this game, for those of you who don't know.
That is true. That is true. I'm coming from experience. I have black eyes on the SMG11, and I still whiff my shots with it.
And Reckon a little bit of a tight spot here as he's going to get pinched, and Landis will get their second kill here on the Finca. Nexus trades it back, picking off Wally with the SMG11, and with 53 seconds left on the board, it looks like Tempr have top floor control. They're gonna have to open stuff up pretty quickly in order to make use of that, and Duz is in the basement ratting around. He's gonna have to get back to site soon to help out his team.
No, I feel like the round went by really fast. It's already 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. And Landis with the triple kill here, going to peek into Nexus and secure the quad to bring home this round for Tempr. What an absolutely monster round for Landis.
I just want to put that out there. I think Landis is a very skilled player. The LMG doesn't phase him. LMGs
100%.
are crazy though. And I'm
And
not
with
surprised.
that 2.5.
Yeah. And the really nice normal ACOG instead of having the Russian one too. And I'm not
That's true.
surprised that they're running Finca. She is really good.
Finca has seen a lot of pickup, especially in the pro scene, just for being able to give you that health boost and having the nades and the Gon 6 for that utility clear. Really gives you a lot more longevity as an offense where you normally don't have any healing.
Yeah, having her boost when it used to change the recoil, that held her back for like years. And they changed it and now everybody's playing her. She is a really good operator, really good guns and utility and gadget in my opinion.
Pretty much the whole package, yeah, especially with that LMG and the spear option. Both
Hell,
very
you
solid
can even
guns.
run the shotgun if you want to. No one's stopping you.
No one's stopping you. The only person stopping you is yourself with the shotgun. Your own ability to make use of that beautiful weapon.
Exactly.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
That shotgun is underrated on offense.
Absolutely, it can be very dangerous up close, especially with that Finca boost coming in, giving you all that extra health to just tank mags. Looks like Schlaxton here gonna go to big window again, gonna look for that pick on the upside down rappel, taking out the alibi with ease as they did before, and now gonna hold this cross and try to make sure that those roamers can't get back to site if there are any while Zof enters into Solarium side. So looks like 6 feet under is going to give up pretty much all of their Solarium control, and Landis is just going to spray through the wall here, hoping to get anything onto a pretty much empty room.
Just making those angles now at that point.
Interesting duel here between the Alibi and the Zero, who is in basement at the moment. Battle of the Rats. It looks like Barson was dispatched to go hunt down the Alibi here of Xena, who was picked off first last round. Barson going to set up some flank cams.
Pretty sure Zeno did tag Barson a little bit also.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, but a little chunk there just that could make the difference down the line. And Xeno's going to hold this bottom roam position in connector and just try to potentially go for a late flank here as Tempr made okay time opening up this wall and getting some pressure onto Fun Zone, but definitely not as good as last round, and they may stall out here if they aren't able to burn effectively.
Yeah, last round they did take the wall on Master. They are doing a slightly slower.
Attackers
But
dropped
now
the
you've got 4 people stacked up in
Attackers
there,
have
and
recovered their
Reckon's going to
diffuser.
make use of that, just throwing bullets through the breach. Going to take one out, but Schlaxen manages to take down Fun Zone at the top of blue stairs, and now they're going to have to push in. It's a 4v4 with 45 seconds, and last round there were significantly fewer opponents stopping them, but great picks come out here from the Havana and from the Zero, as Reckon's going to have to drop back down the hatch and hope to defend the site. Does manages to trade back seals, and now is going to go hold the site as well, but a 3v2 on these low half-health players for 6 feet under at the moment.
That hollow side is so clean on Jaeger.
You like the Hollow B?
Yeah, it's so nice.
15
I've been running
seconds
it.
to go.
My teammates make fun of me, but I really like it.
It's so
10 seconds
nice. It's
remaining.
way better than the normal one in my opinion.
Wally going for a
5
plant
seconds to
here.
go.
Gets the cover from Barson, and now it is
Attackers
all up
are
to
activating
Duzlo to
bomb
find where that bomb is going down. Can't find it, and Barson will pick up one more to close out the round.
That's how it's done, Barson. You'll love to see it.
That one was a little more, I don't know, a little rough for me, I think, compared to round 1. They took a lot of time taking what was essentially a free real estate up top. So 6 feet under gave up pretty much all of Master Piano Solarium side almost immediately. And I don't know if they just didn't have intel or what, but it took 2 minutes for Tempr to even get up and get the wall open to start pushing, putting some pressure onto top blue. So not exactly sure what happened there, if it was just a lack of communication, but that left them very little time to execute, and they were kind of lucky, honestly, that they were able to get those trades out as fast as they did.
Yeah, it was just Battle of the Refrags at that point with the last like 30 or 40-ish seconds.
Deploying my trump card.
It was very fun to watch though. It was just back and forth until ultimately the attackers won, as it was a 3v1 at the end.
Yeah, a little more sloppy there from the attack, but you know what?
If it works, it works.
Well, yeah, exactly. We'll take those. If I'm the attack, I will absolutely
10
take
seconds
them.
to go.
Just getting the frags.
What can I
Zeno,
say? LMG go Burr.
5 seconds left.
Landis definitely doing work, but Barson was pretty
Attackers'
crazy that
objective is
last
to
round as
locate a
well,
bomb and
picking up
defuse it.
a decent amount of kills on the flank watch 0.
Their adrenaline is definitely rushing after those last 2 rounds.
Oh, and Reckon with the spawn. Was that a spawn peak?
I take back what I just said.
That was absolutely a spawn peak. Out the solarium window, I believe. Or out trophy window. Either way, disgusting. And a rough loss for a Tempr Esports team who has already been struggling with their tempo.
Cover me, reloading, shields up.
They did get rid of Zofia. She's a pretty good soft breacher, and she has that 150 round.
Attackers have
LMG.
located a bomb.
So, I'd say it benefits them getting the pick onto Zoe, judging by just having to burn utility.
100%. And luckily for Tempr, they haven't brought the Wamai this round, so they only have to burn those Jaeger ADSs, but having those 4 grenades on Zoe is definitely a huge benefit. Duzlo here, playing off the shield and piano, is going to rely on those ADSs in order to hold off what has been a library push so far from Tempr. And they've taken pretty much all of top main and blue at the moment.
A bomb
Zeno,
has been
though,
located.
creeping up these stairs. Do they know is the question. Zeno going to crouch walking, and we'll find out pretty soon here if they were aware, and they were not as he gets the 1 tap. But does he know about the other player on breach? He does. And going to fall back down after a nice another pick. So now 1 minute and 20 seconds left,
Time to make a
and
new door.
5v3 for 6 feet.
I can't wait to see that kill Zeno got in his next montage. Oh, and he gets refragged by Barson.
Yeah, you don't put that part in the montage. You cut right before that.
Reloading.
Yes.
Barson getting lit up a little bit here, and it's going to be an uphill battle with 1 minute left, and not a lot of map control.
Barson's going crazy with that great weapon skin right now.
Absolutely. So is Reckon actually on that Jaeger this round.
Yeah, Reckon has the Russian reflex, and Russian
Attackers have
reflex
dropped the bomb.
basically gives you 50% with skill.
Absolutely. Reckon going to pick up that triple, though.
SFU, this does take this round, the 3rd round. way better defense than last 2 rounds on basement. I mean, first floor.
I liked that because I liked the aggression, right? The last couple of rounds, they've been kind of sitting back and waiting for the attackers to funnel into them. That round, they took the fight to the attackers with that opening spawn peek and then that late flank from Xeno up on blue stairs. So great 2 picks, gave them that man advantage, and then they were able to basically just hold crossfires and take apart that execute.
Yeah, like who needs an
Defenders, protect
LMG,
your
am I
bombs from
right?
being defused by attackers.
Exactly.
Now they're gonna go kitchen site. I have not seen this get played yet, but then again, this is my second game, first game being casted.
Yeah, kitchen definitely a little bit more. Yeah, Xeno practicing their recoil patterns there on the bearing 9.
And he has the iron sights on bearing 9.
He does. You know what's funny? I think the update actually took the sights off the bearing 9 for whatever reason. It took the sights off mine at least. So I don't know if that's
10
intentional,
seconds to
but
insertion.
definitely funny. And
In position.
gonna be interesting to see how they
5
use
seconds
this
to go.
Mira on the kitchen defense here.
Calibrate.
Attackers must
That
locate and defuse the
countdown
bomb.
from like the last 5 seconds that just happened was so over dramatic.
Yeah, that new drum beat at the very end there, definitely very dramatic.
I was playing games the other day and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh my gosh, Schlaxen, again with the early aggression. Not exactly sure who got those shots off onto the Iona, but that's going to be pretty pivotal because now your entry frag can no longer take fights as easily. So it's going to be
Pretty sure it was
hard
a
to take that
teammate.
entry. Was it actually?
Yeah, that was Bars and that lit up Schlax.
Unfortunate doing the defense's job for them, but the Malusi is going to get caught out and he's now going to have to drop into bar, and
Oh,
they have the
Barson.
cutoff there. Barson waiting with
Barson.
open arms.
Boyson's going crazy right now. 6-1.
Barson definitely feeling themselves at the moment, and now it is a 4v5. Xeno getting lit up as well, and Reckon taking damage as well. So you've got 2 full health players. Reckon able to get that trade back onto Walsey, but the offense looks to have taken a lot of map control, and now Xeno is kind of pushed back into Master, hoping to get some picks off. Only 1 person on site, notably.
Yeah. I don't know where Nexus is in kitchen actually. He's probably
Yeah.
gonna play a C4 under, to be honest.
Nexus is prone in the kitchen door, and you've got Duzla watching West Main.
Oh, yeah, I thought they were upstairs. My bad.
But there are 2 players upstairs, but it looks like Tempr is going to get this wall open. If they do, it's going to be really hard for 6 feet under to be able to stop them pushing in here from the position.
I had a brain fart. I thought Sai was upstairs for a second.
Oh, you thought it
Attackers
was
have
Master?
located a bomb.
I was so confused on why Mute was prone, but then I realized I was downstairs.
Perfect shot. Augers deployed.
Yeah, the setups are pretty similar because you have to hold that top floor in order to maintain control of the kitchen. Otherwise, you just get vertical pressure. And Schlaxen is watching for a player who I don't think is even there. So I'm kind of confused by that call at the moment because they're looking for some sort of flank, but I guess Nexus is going down. But I don't know if they're... I think they're wasting a lot of time right now when they should be kind of pushing this execute.
There is 25 seconds on the clock. They don't have that much time, the attackers, and bomb is down in sight.
Luckily, Landis
15
able to
seconds
get
remaining.
a pick onto Xeno, even in that
Attackers
man
recovered
count,
the
but
diffuser.
it's going to be a hard
10
fight
seconds
here.
left.
Landis just dropping the hatch, going for those kills. I don't know if they know where the others are, but
5 seconds
the plant
remaining.
going down,
Attackers are
Schlaxen
activating
has
the
like
diffuser.
5 HP, manages to get that bomb down, and now it's going to be essentially a 1v2 as Schlaxen is incredibly hurt.
And
C4 goes off and doesn't even need to be really near them.
Oh, Boyson.
Defenders have located the
Oh,
diffuser.
And Duzlo manages to clutch that out and defuse.
Oh, that would
Defenders
have that
disabled the
almost went towards the attacker
Defenders win.
side. That Finka just decided to go in and just kill 2 people. That was a really good play.
It was I will say it was a good execute of a pretty bad decision.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, all you have is it was a desperation play, right? Like, you've got 15 seconds left. the bomb's on the other side of the site, and you just got to kind of kamikaze into the kitchen there through the hatch. But I feel like they wasted.
The man count for like a second.
It did even the man count. Yeah, it was a really well executed desperation play there. But I feel like they wasted so much time like searching for that person at bottom main. It could have been a much different round had they just applied pressure to the people who were on site, because there weren't a ton of people on site there.
Yeah, a lot of them were upstairs, and plus Slackson was like at like 2 HP, so he was definitely playing more passive than he should have been.
Attackers have discovered the location.
Yeah, and it does
of a
make
bomb.
sense to give Schlaxen the bomb there and let them plant. But just unfortunate that early damage from their teammate actually made a difference there in the end.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
That mirror
insertion.
too. That mirror did take the man count from even to having the defenders
seconds to go.
having the more fears. But,
Attackers are moving.
Oh yeah, the man advantage there.
Atlantis did not know that the mirror window, or the mirror was there. I don't know about the window, but yeah, that was really desperate play. It almost worked in the favor of them. Unfortunately, it didn't though.
Yeah, Duzlo able to clutch that out, putting that vector to use.
Yeah. I know he's back on the Jaeger with the reflex sight. Oh, never mind. I lied. He's using the hollow. But
Let's
that's
go,
not
the hollow B, baby.
Look at that. Can we just stop?
I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. I know people think it's a bad sight. I love it.
If you
And
say
now
it's
we're-
a bad sight, honestly, stop playing the game. Go back to. No.
Duzlo trying to do that early aggression again onto this trophy window, which is good. And they have a cross from Xeno here, holding from bottom Solarium. So great crossfire from the roamers, trying to stall this out a little bit. And it pays off as Duzlo gets a nice kill onto Landis, taking that Finka out early, which means those boosts aren't happening this round.
And if you say those iron sights are bad, go look at that kill. I guarantee you, those iron sights allowed him to see his head.
Does with another one, speaking of those sightseeing heads,
Oh, those sights
manages
go
to take off
crazy.
Barson.
That's low.
And now both of the top frags for Tempr are gone, and you've got the rest of the cast with 2 combined kills between them trying to fight a 3v5.
Well, you know what they say, kills don't mean everything. They still have a chance. It may be a low chance, but a chance is still a chance.
If I've learned anything in Siege, it's that a round is not over until it is over, and you can definitely fight this back. It is, I will say, almost a 3v4. Duz is incredibly low, but this swing from Seals is really gutsy, and I don't know if that's the play. Gets
Oh,
full
it is
blind and
the
still
play.
manages to get the kill. Standing in the middle of the hallway with no sight, but is unfortunately traded back by the smoke. And now with 49 seconds and no Finka to pick up Seals, this is going to just be over, apparently.
That was a really risky move from him. Managed to get one person. I don't even think he knew that he ran across there. Thank God he didn't know, or else Seals would have been dead. But then
Yeah,
he'd
that
so
was
lied.
If the Wamai had been watching that shield, I think that kill would not have happened. But nevertheless, the defense manages to clutch things out there, and Duzlo with a couple great kills at the beginning and Reckon finishing
Defenders,
things
protect
out
your
for
bombs
6
from
feet
being
under.
defused
Brings
by
us to
attackers.
3v2 on our last defense here for SFU.
Yeah. Wow. First 2 rounds went to Tempr, and then 6 feet under just decided let's not go first floor, and they ended up winning kitchen and upstairs, and then they ended up winning first floor or bar. Yeah. They definitely realized their mistakes.
I guess 3rd time's a charm on bar, right? The first 2 got close, but fortunately they were able
10 seconds
to
left before insertion.
close that one out. And Xeno going to put that
5
cheeky
seconds
bulletproof
insertion.
cam behind the Aruni gate here, which is always a fun trick.
Attackers
Those
are
first
moving
2
out to
rounds
locate a
of
bomb and
defense
defuse
for
it.
SFU, they were just warm up. They were just
Yeah, I don't know what happened after round 2, what pep talk Duzlo gave the crew, but definitely motivating for SFU here.
Duzlo, the
I think so.
Like that username is so familiar. Hey, he may be the owner of the league, but he's pretty good at Siege.
Yeah, you don't get to be the director without a little bit of skill yourself here. Zeno and Reckon holding this cross. They know somebody's outside the game's window, but they don't know when they'll be coming in. Barson with the cheeky cam here is going to get shot, but manages to spot out the Aruni. So they know there's people down there. Barson says, you know what, screw it, we're not going into games anymore. Too much heat there. Instead, we're going to four-man take Library, and it looks like it's working out. But Zeno might have the flank here. They don't know. And now Zeno with one pick, could be two, taken down.
Unfortunate. Well, when you're that close and you have an LMG against a DMR, 99% of the time the DMR is going to win. I mean, not the DMR, the LMG is going to win. Speaking of LMG, they have 3 LMGs on the offense. That is,
They do have 3 LMGs. Tempr is a LMG offense, and they also have a lot of map control here. They have basically the entire library side, as well as top fireplace, top mezzanine. So they're going to start trying to open up this breach wall, potentially going below to get these batteries here.
And they are joining site. I don't know if they know that only 2 people are in site, but there is 2 people in site. Jaeger with a really cool and really cool skin. What skin is that, by the way?
I didn't get to see it, but you know what? Oh, there you go. I'm not sure. It is a cool skin, though. Though I do question that that hollow.
Well, I would say if it works, it works, but it didn't really work in that case, as Ozzy got Reckon off, and
Breslo's going to bring this down to a 2v1, but does not manage to get it, is caught out with C4 in hand. And that's going to bring us to, I think, an even 3-on-3, 3v3 scoreline here as we switch sides.
Wow, this is already a fun game for the first half of the first map. 3-3. That was a really, really nice 2 kills Oslo got. I don't even know people when it was. Oh.
Definitely a very even round, or even few rounds here. A couple of people showing up really hard on the side of Tempr, and pretty much most of the team doing pretty well on SFU here at the moment.
Yeah.
At halftime here, are there any comments from our analysts that they would like to make?
And defuse bombs.
It's been
Attackers have
quite
discovered the
close,
location of a
just
bomb.
back and forth so far. Nothing too standing out to me. One thing I did notice is that Brecken actually got that spawn peak way back in round 3. That really boosted SFU there. That kind of started their frenzy of just wins. That's all for me.
10 seconds
Yeah,
left
that
before
is a
insertion.
great point, actually. We talked about what that difference maker was for SFU, what kind of ignited the beast in them. And it is a huge morale boost to get that spawn peak onto somebody that early and just know that it's a 4v5 for the rest of the round. On the other side of that, it can be absolutely devastating to your mental game to have somebody spawn peak that early.
Yeah, but it happened. What are they going to do about it now? Have to bring it back. And it is a 3-3, so the map could go anyway, depending on who wants to win more.
Absolutely, and you know, Tempr winning that last round going into the half definitely gives them a little bit of momentum too. So definitely anybody's game here as we go to 40 seconds in and still a 5v5. Looks like Reckon knows there's somebody on blue stairs here trying to get the pre-fire down, but Seals is not going to give them the opportunity. I guess it's Walsey there now. Going to fall off a little bit and let them take the basement.
Yeah, what site are they? Are they upstairs?
I believe they're in bar.
Oh, they're in bar.
And it's interesting the take happening here. I haven't really seen a basement take a whole lot in terms of entry, but it looks like they're kind of fighting to go up main stairs while the rest of the team does the traditional burn onto this shield here. So Funzone going to take out some of these mine magnets, trying to limit the amount of burn that they need to throw at this shield top blue, and Barson holding that classic shield cross from top mezzanine, trying to support his friend on the blue shield. So looks like the SFU are going to full open this wall, and Landis is now getting pushed off as the flashbangs come in, soon to be followed by a frag, I imagine, to take that shield out. Or not, and these ADSs could go back up, and SFU could have wasted a lot of utility.
Defense is up.
They don't have that much control, but Zeno is on the bottom blue stairs, ready to kill Landis when he inevitably decides to rotate down Ivy stairs, as I call it.
Xeno's going to get caught out, but in the meantime, Reckon is going to get a double kill, cracking this site open a little bit for his team, and Funzone follows it up with a third onto Landis. Now a 5v2 with 36 seconds left, and it looks like Reckon's going to make that a triple. Walsey fighting for his life in games, but gets shut down by Reckon. Going to make that a quad on the round.
That was a really nice 4K Reckon, and a really nice skin too.
And I'm not quite sure exactly what happened there, because it looked to me like Tempr had a lot of control of that round. That shield didn't go down. They misburned the shield, so they weren't able to destroy it. And it looked like they just started flooding in and trying to get kills. I'm not sure if that came from the main flank. That might have been walking up main, but either way, Reckon definitely saving that round for his team here with the 13-4 score line.
Alright, so PSA for anybody who's wondering what the skin that Jaeger was running, it's actually the universal skin.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and you should buy the battle pass because these skins are very cool. Shameless promo, not sponsored. But yeah, just thought I should let everybody watching know in case they were wondering the same thing as me. But yeah.
10 seconds to insertion.
Sorry about my mic. My mic is bad.
5 seconds left before
yeah,
insertion.
it's the seasonal weapon skin. It was the blue skin Jaeger is running.
Attackers must locate and defuse
And that's a
bomb.
good looking skin. And this is actually a pretty exciting season. I think this is one of the best seasons so far in recent memory, honestly.
Cosmetic wise, I saw in the battle pass that Ash gun skin. Really nice.
Oh yeah,
really
there's some
like the
beautiful skins.
I really like the whole Japanese theme that they're going for this season.
Swapping mags.
Like with the Auto Dragons and stuff. I think it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I like the I liked that Hibana, some of the gun skins for Hibana and Lion is even interesting as well. As SFU take the basement again, and I guess are kind of like bottom up clearing, which is something that we don't see often. Walsey playing this blue stairs position. I think can hear that there's somebody creeping around in snowmobile and might take this fight. If they swing right now, it could be a kill, and it is. That drone not seeing Walsey until it's too late for Zeno, and the Finca goes down. Walsey retreating into coat closet mudroom, trying to hold these stairs and make sure nobody else comes up from blue.
That Finca is knocked out of the board now. Very unfortunate as they don't have the LMG, nades, or the heal.
And a great shot there from Walsey, but also just unfortunate timing as that drone was almost up the stairs. Nexus is going to open up this office wall. They're going to start burning this top shield with a little more time than they did last time, and hopefully this frag manages to find its way onto the shield this time. And it does, takes the shield down, so now Landis is going to have to fall back, and Barson would fall back, but manages to get a kill onto Duzlo, so Barson decided, you know what, I'm just going to hold this shield.
That's how we like it. That's how we like it, Barson.
Setting magnet.
Barson
Absolutely.
is 8-4 right now. That's how it's done. Real fragger moments. Joke's on him. Reckon has 13 now, but he gets picked off, unfortunately. It is a 2v5 with 50 seconds left. don't know if the attackers will make it back, but hopefully they can even it out and hope.
Definitely a tough position to be in. Fun Zone decides he's going to maybe just go direct to sight, sledging straight through the dining wall. It might get caught out here by the main player. Doesn't, and finds a kill onto Barson. Can they make it two players, one top blue, one bottom blue, and they're going to get spotted out here by the default cam.
Magnet ready.
Oh, little does Funzone know there's somebody behind the bar. Oh, he does know, and he kills him, making it a 2v3. Unfortunately, 10 seconds left on the clock, and it was a 1v3, and defenders win.
Triple there for Walsey on the Frost, and a great round overall from the defense, making that into a 2v5, holding their positions well. It looks like SFU dedicating a lot to that bottom-up clear from the basement, and this time Tempr was aware of that and managed to shut that down pretty early. So because of that, it looked like SFU lost a lot of ground on the top floor clear and wasn't able to clear out those shields until pretty deep into the round, making it pretty hard for them to get the kills they needed to keep the momentum going.
Yeah. Making it a 2v5 was very
Defenders, protect your bombs from
fortunate for
being
the
defused
attackers,
by attackers.
as they couldn't really do much, especially where Sledge and I'm pretty sure Havana was the last alive with him. We're playing.
Reservoir going up.
Yeah,
They went
definitely
playing.
Fun Zone and Nexus there, back to back, brothers in arms. And Fun Zone making a very respectable attempt there at the end, diving straight into sight and picking up a couple kills, but ultimately weren't able to swing it all the way back from that 2v5.
I think as long as Funzone has fun, he's pretty good.
That's true.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And we'll see the attacker repick come in here from Nexus. Nexus going from Havana to Thermite, and Reckon deciding to go to a Nomad from Jackal.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Jackal has been on the board this whole time, and playing the Jackal with the roam clear is pretty good, but they did 6 off of him. So they're probably not gonna go for that much of a roam clear as they did last round. English is hard.
English is hard, and so is roaming, honestly, and that's why I think that Tempr hasn't been doing as much of it. It seems like a lot of their defenses have been mostly kind of position plays and holding specific parts of the map, so they haven't done a ton of roaming. Barson here is going to do like a very light roam, just shooting drones in Library Hall, and gets spotted out there. He's going to fall back to the piano shield. So it doesn't look like SFU has to do a ton of roam clear at the moment, because most of Tempr's players are on site, besides maybe Walsey, who looks like is potentially in the basement or on the first floor there hiding and dining. But besides that, not a ton of flank potential. Oh, you've got 2 down there. Zeno doesn't care. Going to take out Barson with a quick headshot from that Finca LMG.
LMG go Brewer, as stated before.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah, they are doing a gold and bar and kitchen and whatever the room next to it is, I forgot, dining, as they did reinforce off 2 walls, but
Attackers
jokes on
have
them,
located
main
a
wall's
bomb.
now open. But the Walsey is still playing downstairs. Coming with the DMR too, you don't really see that a lot.
Yeah, definitely an interesting position there from Walsey. No C4, notably, so not able to deny anything really from below, unless you just get a yellow ping and DMR somebody through the floor. Fun
Which
Zone
could
here.
happen.
It could happen, absolutely, but
Will it?
definitely
Probably
harder
not.
to do.
Will it happen? Probably not. Could it happen? Yeah.
I'd love to see it happen, to be honest, but at the moment it looks like what we're seeing is SFU kind of getting stalled out here as the smokes come out, blocking off that piano double door. Fun Zone hunting for any pick that he can find into the master bedroom, but that breach is blocked off, and Seals is going to make it even harder by taking Fun Zone's head off with that SMG-11.
Oh, SMG-11.
The attackers
They're
bomb
also,
diffuser has
oh,
been
they
dropped.
are actually planting. No. Nexus.
And there's the
gets
Nitro.
under. There we go. That's why Slack's down there. He
15
does
seconds
have a
left.
purpose after all. And there is 10 seconds on the clock. The
10 seconds to
diffuser
go.
is not down, but it is a 2-2.
5 seconds to
It
go.
seems like the defenders are
Attackers will
just
cover the
hiding right now.
Trying to get this late plant down. It could happen. Duzlo has the cover potentially, and Schlaxen was out of position under the bomb site playing that C4. So now it's actually a 2v1 with the bomb down and a retake position for Schlaxen. This has flipped drastically, honestly, for Tempr here.
It really has. It really has.
Xeno with that hero play managed to just sprint in through K9 balcony and grab the diffuser, run it over to the other corner of the room, and put that thing down while Duz held the angle.
You have
Schlaxen
no
hunting
fear
for these.
when you're using a 100 round.
Exactly.
Protect the diffuser.
Schlaxen, running out of time,
Compromise.
manages to take out Duz and is going to have to go for the defuse here. Will they stick it?
Oh,
No,
he
they
does.
will not.
He does try to stick it, I think. The stream did lag at the end.
Oh, he does stick it here, but a shot in the back, unfortunately.
His boat was sticking out. But you know what? He tried his best. Nothing else he could have done except shoot. Happened.
Yeah, definitely a hard position to play there. Once you're down below playing that C4, once that C4 goes off, you're pretty much useless unless you have some sort of knowledge of where the plant's going down. I think Schlaxen was sitting there waiting for them to plant on the default position again because they had holes underneath it, so he was hoping to shoot some people through the holes, but
Attackers need to locate and
Xeno
defuse bombs.
pretty wisely ran the bomb over to the other side of the room and planted where there was no angle, and so that's basically a 2v1 on site, and then another 2v1 with the retake.
Bomb located by attackers.
And, you know, that is a very good plant spot. He decided to go as the way he positioned himself at the end. Made his butt stick out, literally. Which is actually pretty funny. That he died because it was spoken out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunate
that's
he was killed by being too thick
5
there at the
seconds
end.
to go.
He's a thick boy.
Attackers are
He's a
heading
thick
out
boy
to defuse the
confirmed.
bomb.
Yeah. But hopefully, him seeing that final kill cam makes him realize that if he rotates his body 90 degrees to the right, he could probably, to the left, he might not be able to get seen.
Yeah, and that's a hard position because you have 10 seconds left essentially on
Yeah.
that bomb defusal timer to start initiating that.
And he
And
had
so-
no nitro also, so he couldn't play under with it as he used to
Exactly.
before.
And now Tempr has elected to go to kitchen, still holding that top master bedroom and office area to try to deny that vertical play for their anchors on site. But SFU getting aggressive here. Xeno's sticking his face in the barricade and misses a couple of shots, alerting the Aruni to his presence.
And the Rooney's still rocking that DMR, even though it is Semiauto is so really good. He could win a gunfight onto this. Never mind.
He could. He didn't, but he could. Onto Xeno there, and Xeno unfortunately has a equally formidable weapon in the Finka LMG that, as you said, has gone burr pretty much all night long.
You see, if you put a 100 round full auto weapon against a semi-automatic 20 round weapon, who's gonna win? I'll give you a hint. Not the semi-auto weapon.
And Reckon there with another LMG, showing how strong the LMGs are this season. Xeno's gonna make it a double, and Reckon's gonna give it a double too. Two pieces here on the round, and a race to see who will find Seals below.
Oh, Seals doesn't know that Reckon's at the bottom. But now he did, and he got the headshot of Reckon, shutting him down. His LMG rain, and he decides to run all the way up to Master Bedroom, getting the pick
And a triple kill there!
That's how it's done. That is how it's done.
And now a 1v5 is a 1v2 as Duzlo and Nexus are going to have to play off of
Now
each
a
other, but
1v1.
Nexus is out of position and Duzlo is down.
Duzlo caught in the sprint.
So a 1v1 on site here. Nexus is above, looking through the floor holes, trying to find the legs, and he will!
Oh.
Seals, unfortunate, but a great, valiant effort there with the SMG-11 taking out 3 people with 100-round magazines.
Yeah, really nice attempt from him. Really nice attempt. Got basically a 4K that round. That was even though he didn't clutch up, that's still a clip in my eyes.
Absolutely. Again, you just cut the clip off right before you die, right? You just after that 4th kill, still goes into the YouTube montage.
If they didn't see him die, he didn't die.
Exactly. If a tree falls in the forest, no one's around to see it.
Exactly.
Does it really make a sound?
I mean, yeah, but no one will be there.
Right. Not if you edit it out, right?
Just edit it out, yeah.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Match point here for SFU, who has gotten a lot of life on their attacks here.
Yeah, SFU going crazy. They really stepped it up from those first 2 rounds. Really nice attacking also.
Yes, certainly great pinches there on the top floor, even fighting as many roamers as they had to deal with. And shout out to Reckon here with a 16-7 scoreline.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Razor wire up.
5 seconds remaining.
Magnet deployed.
We'll see here if, with their backs against the wall, Tempr can bring this back to a 6-6 and go to overtime, or if this will be the end of map 1 here for the defense.
I just want to say, excluding that last round, which that last round wasn't even that bad for the attacking side, SFU has been pretty good on attack. But then again, they're bringing every LMG in the game. But you know what? That doesn't make them. That doesn't mean that they're not skilled. They are pretty skilled players.
Starting shock drone.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team, I'd say. Hopefully, they do take this to make their lives or their match shorter, so they can get along with their lives. But yeah,
Grenade out.
this is a really fun match so far. A really fun first map. Can't wait to see the next map.
Ready for grenade.
Absolutely, and Schlaxton unfortunately stuck in a corner with the DMR. They've thrown, I believe, 3 grenades at that one corner, but haven't been able to land one correctly just
Yeah,
yet.
Binka now has no nades. Unfortunate. They do ying him out. They ying out Slaction and kill him.
And the jump in comes in from Reckon on that ying. And Barson is going to go down as well from the blue window there. Funzone manages to find his toesies.
Yep, that is a cross and a half if I've ever seen one.
Reckon will finish the job.
Oh, and Landis gets to refrag onto Reckon immediately after.
Landis going to fall back down all the way into the basement, giving up that shield position, and SFU, knowing that is clear, are now going to start taking that map control and probably starting to play some vertical here onto the game's site.
Magnet active.
If only they decided
Bomb
to keep
located by
someone playing in basement.
Yeah, that's where your basement entry would have worked out really well, huh?
Attackers have located a bomb.
Landis did rotate to go to coat rack, yeah. Small room. And they are playing the vertical too.
Yeah,
Wow.
powerful position in the mudroom there. If they don't drone him out, he could get a great cross onto games here.
True. I personally don't like holding that. Oh, Buzzwell gets the pick onto Seals from above. They have all the map control above. And 25 seconds on the clock. And it's a 4v2. The odds are really against Tempr right now.
Landis giving up his position in mudroom with the run out, and now he's stuck. And they know where he is. Manages to take out Zeno, but that's gonna be it for map 1 as Duzlo, captain of his team, puts down the last remaining Wamai here and takes us to a map 1 win for SFU.
A 7-4 win for SFU. You love to see it. That was a really fun game to watch.
Absolutely. You know, SFU coming out of the gate a little slow. Tempr, to give them credit, played it very well on the defense. But they managed to pick up some steam and basically bowl over Tempr and those attacking rounds there on the attack-sided Chalet.
Yeah, that is true. Hopefully map 2 plays differently so we can see a little more diversity with how these teams play. I don't even know what the next map is going to be. Oh, it's going to be Cafe? Question mark? I haven't seen a Cafe game in a long time, both in comp and in ranked. I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah, definitely interested to see that. Cafe, a very different map to Chalet, right? Like Chalet, super aggressive, a lot of rounds ending in just flooding the site and getting the picks. Cafe, a little more technical, a little slower, a little more paced out and strategic. And I'm interested to see if 6 Feet Under's play style is going to cater to that Cafe attack and defense.
Haha, get pranked. They're playing Villa instead as midway.
Oh, just kidding.
They changed the map.
I will say Villa, also a pretty technical map, maybe less so than Cafe, but still very setup oriented here.
Ubisoft does claim it's the most competitive map, so it definitely has some meaning towards Hustler. I don't really know if I take their word on it. I don't really trust Ubisoft's word on anything anymore.
I don't blame you. I think this season is a step in the right direction, certainly, but I see where you're coming from here.
Well, that depends if they actually release the map midway and not like 4 years later, like what they always do with everything.
Yeah, exactly. With like with the player reputation system as well.
You don't understand how excited I was when they showed a map and then they're like, haha, get pranked. Midway season, we're gonna release it. Lol.
We will be back here in a moment with Villa tonight in our first round of the SFU League playoffs.
Ooh, playoffs.
And definitely 2 playoff-worthy teams playing here today. Like, we saw some very good Siege in those rounds on Chalet, and I think honestly, still anybody's game at the moment. SFU with the 1-0 lead could close it out here, but Tempr not giving it up like at all. By no means an easy victory here.
Yeah, Tempr, even though they did lose that game, does not mean they're bad. They definitely did put up a fight. They are a good team. They're both of these teams we are casting tonight and you all are watching tonight are 2 very good teams, and they both do deserve the spot in the playoffs that they are in.
And I'm excited to continue through the playoffs as we'll see better and better teams clashing later this week and next week. The week this should be the week after maybe as well. So a few great weeks of Siege coming up.
We love Siege. No, we don't. We love these games. These teams are amazing.
I love Siege. I will say I like watching Siege and casting Siege sometimes a little bit more than playing Siege, even just for the, when those spawn peaks happen and you just get to watch it from a third-person view, it's a lot more palatable than when you're the one eating the bullets.
That is true. That is true. I don't even play Siege anymore. As I said before, I only played 2 games yesterday when the new season released, and I won the first one. I slammed these kids, and then I lost the second one. But yeah, it's okay in my eyes. I think this new season is very good, honestly.
Absolutely. And Beans, did you want to say anything here? We got our resident analyst on deck.
Best analyst NA.
Not too much to say, just based off of that last game. I mean, definitely a lot of interesting stuff happening. I mean, that last round, SFU SFU just dominated Tempr. And the round before that, round 9, when they were on second floor, SFU started to lose that round a little bit. A lot of refrags happening, but they were able to bring it down to that 2v1 and ended up winning it. But other than that, I have nothing more to say. This will be the only game I'm going to be here for. I won't be here for the last 2 games.
Oh, for the match? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but y'all have a really good night. Good luck casting, and that'll be it for me.
Sounds
Have a
good,
good night.
Beans. Thank you for the analytics there. Beans, a competitive player themselves and a great source of insight here in the SFU League.
You know, honestly, this is something my expectations completely shifted. I was really expecting to see a lot of the attacker repick being used this game that we just watched, as it's a new feature and I think it's pretty good in the right plays. If you use it properly, it's really on a different level of quote unquote broken. Well, we didn't really see that a lot.
No, you're right. I also was expecting a lot of abuse of that new mechanic, but we saw it maybe a couple of times. I know they swapped like the Jackal onto a Nomad and changed which hard breacher they were bringing, but definitely interested to see, in the future, as teams get more accustomed to that mechanic, how it gets used in the future to target specific sites with their lineups.
Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised that they didn't abuse that as much as they abuse LMGs. But I mean, it worked, right? So I guess that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and you touched on a great point there. It has been LMG night tonight for both of these teams. I think we've seen 3 LMGs on the attacking sides of both of these teams with the Finka, the Zof, and the Ying. So definitely a couple of teams who favor themselves some giant magazines.
We like big mags. We like big mags.
We like big mags and we like to pre-fire everything.
Yes. If there's a bullet in their dome, then it works.
Absolutely, and I have to give credit to that almost clutch there in that second to last round with one man on a mission with 16 bullets in the magazine, fighting 5 people who had a combined probably like 450 bullets.
I can tell you for a fact it was more than 16.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know what? That was a really, really great. I'm really happy that I got to witness that almost clutch. That was a really nice 4K. But you know what? That was last game. Now we're going into a new game. We get to see even more amazing stuff.
Absolutely. Interested to see some more sweet hero plays going into map 2 here on Villa. And interested to see how the bans shake out. Villa is a very delicately balanced map, and I think that depending on your playstyle, you can kind of shape the way that the game is going to go with your bans. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So that Nomad gets knocked out immediately, which basically signals to me that that team wants to roam and is going to roam. And we might see some very roam-heavy aggressive plays tonight. Second ban coming in is that Thatcher. Pretty standard here. Pretty much mandatory, like I said before, but that means that we've still got a Jackal on board, notably, and so we might see some interesting Jackal versus Roamer dynamics on this map. Tempr gonna take out the Mira. Looks like they were scarred a little bit by Duzlow's performance on the last map. You were muted. I was wondering.
I was saying, like, Nomad's off the board. We could be seeing a lot of runouts, and this map is a pretty big map, so Jackal could be good if used in the right way.
Absolutely, and Valk taken out there, so maybe a little less of the jump outs, but still a lot of roaming potential and late flank potential here for both of these teams, and I'm interested to see the lineup that SFU brings, as I think they were the ones who banned that Nomad out.
Yeah. I can't wait to see this map. These two teams are very pretty poggers teams, to be honest.
I believe that is a technical term. These are very poggers teams.
Using poggers in a very technical way. And
I 100% agree.
Attackers Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
I'm
bombs
happy
as they
we've come
can.
to an agreement.
I'm happy too. It's been good Velociraptor. I'm excited, and I'm also excited to see with what we've got going with this the 3 speeds on the defense. It looks like Reckon is going to be on that Malusi. We've got Xeno on the Thunderbird, bringing the C4, potentially being able to play some vertical here as they defend Trophy for the first site.
Look at how empty it looks on the attackers, like picture thingies. It doesn't show their guns like under their drone icon. It looks so
10
empty.
seconds to insertion.
And an interesting attacker repick here. We've got the Lion coming out
5 seconds
instead of
left
the,
before insertion.
I believe, the Capital or the Zero, and Habana
Attackers
instead of the
objective is
Ash.
to
So it
locate
looks
a
like
bomb and defuse
Tempr wanted a little bit more of the hard breach and a little bit more of that roam lockdown.
Yes, that is true. And they have Flores up on this map, and Flores, in my opinion, is a very strong operator in any map if used correctly.
Absolutely,
Not
you know
hard to
that.
play him.
Yeah, no, and super potent in clearing utility, pushing people out of position, and even getting kills. You know, if you're doing it the right way. So, interested to see how they make that work here.
You know, when you have a drone that goes boom, there's almost endless possibilities of what could happen.
Especially on Villa, where there's actually a lot of spots that you can blow up the drones from underneath the floor. And speaking of drones, Nexus is going to have their shield taken out on Statue here, as that Flores is going to start doing some work.
Sorry, I have toast, so I'm just eating it. I am starving right now.
I'm jealous. I wish I had toast.
I'm willing to share if you'd like some.
Yeah, you can mail some to me. I would appreciate that. I'll pay for postage.
It might be moldy, but it just flavors sparkles.
And Schlaxen's going to get some info there onto the smoke using one of their drones. Looks like Seals is going to try to burn over the walls and they can get these batteries off, but it may not be batteries. It is a Cade Claw, in fact, and so I don't think they're going to be able to get that electricity off. Meanwhile, a couple trades coming out, and Wallsy is in the site. I don't think the defense knows, but Wallsy is traded out there by Duzlo.
I think they knew.
I think they figured it out. Yeah.
When you see someone who has a faint white outline, I'm pretty sure you're meant to shoot him.
And Xeno has a Kona station in pocket on that roam, is going to get healed up at the bottom of Astro Stairs. Here, Schlaxen looking for that last player. Knows somebody's on Astro Stairs, but doesn't know when they're going to come up, and might get timinged here a little bit as the Astro player finally picks their head out.
You know, Xeno is probably punching air from that Kona station rework, as he can only get like an additional, I think, 10 HP. Oh, he does do have HP actually. So maybe that Kona station will come in handy.
And now, well, 1v1, and I think that Kona station will come in handy as Xeno has significantly more health. Still at half health, so still very low, but Schlaxen...
Schlaxen is lower.
Yeah, Schlaxen is even lower and is going to get taken out here by Xeno, and that Kona did work. Xeno left with only about 10 health, so that pocket Kona, definitely the strat.
Defenders disabled the
There you go. Kona station coming in clutch even after the nerf.
And
Doesn't even
that's
affect it.
exactly pretty smart play there, keeping that Kona in pocket, able to pick it up and put it back down to get more and more health after those engagements on Astro Stairs.
Yeah, that was a really nice clutch he did.
And yeah, and you know, some pretty good roam game there. That Nomad ban, meaning that they can't lock off that Astro Staircase, meaning that you saw Schlaxen just watching top Astro Stairs for quite a bit of time, trying to make sure that the Thunderbird doesn't come back up, and wasting a bit of time there while the flank came in from the other side.
Bombs as they can.
It was all processed. They thought it all through, all put in a big plan to win.
And interestingly here, looks like SFU is going to opt for a kitchen defense instead of going to Aviator, bringing that castle in, and that Cade did work for them the last round, so, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And Cade is up, and Cade, in my opinion, is pretty good on especially Aviator.
10 seconds
With
to
the
insertion.
SSG Cades too.
Yeah, absolutely, and even a couple of these on Trophy are impossible to destroy if you put them, if you lay them down correctly. So Tempr already struggled getting the Cade off the wall the first time. They were trying to grenade over the wall and blow it up. I think they were thinking there were bandit charges there, but you know, if they play these Cade claws right, they may never get that master breach open.
Yeah, hopefully they did play it right. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know how to put it down properly. So
Honestly, on Trophy, you can put them above the wooden beams that go across statue, and it'll still cover the wall. Xeno gonna get a pick here onto Barson, getting that first kill to put SFU at a man advantage already.
wait, you can put it on top of the game?
Yeah, I'll you know, maybe after this round we can have the observers show us, but there it's just above the beams there on that triple wall, as Landis is going to scoot into bathroom and try to see if there's anybody on those Astro stairs.
Loading new magazine.
Cross being held from Reckon and Trophy here as Xeno is in statue, and it looks like pretty dedicated clear of the top, while Xeno gets that kill from statue and gets traded out. Nexus with the nice C4. And Schlax with the pretty sweet flick there onto his teammate. Schlaxon said, I want this kill and you can't have it.
Just needs the KD boost.
Now a 1v4 situation and looking pretty grim as they know where he is. A little bit of an interesting battle here. Neither player can really get their shots off, but Schlaxon manages to put down Funzone, who was hiding on the top basement stairs there. And now Schlaxon trying to open up China. Watching for this bottom red cross and knows somebody's there potentially.
There's a lot of pings going on the Flores there. I'm
Bomb
pretty
located by
sure they know
attackers.
where he is.
I think there's a bulletproof next to his feet, and I don't think he sees it, but they definitely see him, and Reckon's gonna take him out for it.
Reckon's definitely telling his teammates to close his eyes after this kill clam. That was really funny that he missed the headshot at the beginning. Now, how he did that, I do not know, but he killed him, so I think that's all that matters.
Hey, if it's a kill, it's a kill. Yeah, you're right there. It's kind of funny.
At the end of the
not...
day, it's a KD boost.
Exactly. And those live pings doing work for SFU as they bring it to 2-0 on their defense here on Villa. So the last site they could really go to feasibly is Aviator Games. It looks like Tempr know this, and they're bringing that Maverick. I'm interested to see where they'll use that, potentially on a master side take, opening up that vault, or maybe if they're gutsy, trying to open up the bar wall or the games wall with that Maverick.
No, SFU is still doing work after that last game. It is a 2-0 lead instead of them being down 0-2.
Yeah, so potentially an inverse start to this match. We'll see if Tempr are able to do what SFU did on the last map.
Yeah. And again, as I've been saying,
10 seconds remaining.
Enjoying this.
Magnet deployed.
Great game so far, and some great plays coming out from both sides.
I still find it so weird that there's just no health or guns for the attackers in prep phase.
Yeah, it's a little odd with the dramatic music coming in as well, as it looks like the attackers are going to start taking from master over, so looks like they're going to start trying to clear out this master side. And they've swapped off the Lion, which might come back to bite them, as they don't have any operator to really lock down the roamers. Funzone holding these holes into closet's going to find one, but misses that kill and is going to get droned out here.
Drone activated.
Luckily has backup in Astro and is going to try to pre-fire through and manages to get Landis.
Nice whiff on the drone.
Walsey's gonna get 5 health to spare, but manages to even out the man count and more, making this a 4v3 for Tempr as they take control of the master side of the map. Walsey just checking the bottom of the stairs there, making sure there's no rat hiding at the bottom there. And there isn't. They don't know that, so they might take some time to secure this side. Minute and 30 left on the clock.
Really good.
Good toast?
S-tier toast. Toast and jam. I don't know what kind of jam, but it's good.
S-tier toast. I'm good to hear that. Glad to hear that.
Shout out to my grandma.
Let's go. Shout out to Velociraptor's grandma.
She's the GOAT.
Grandma Raptor.
Yes.
Well, Walsey is playing with fire here. Has basically 5 health and is getting shot at through the drone hole, trying to contest back onto Nexus, who is trying to chip off some damage onto these players. Might grab Walsey with the smoke, but it looks like it doesn't propagate correctly through the vault hole. And now Schlaxen's going to open up this vault wall in order to get the cross into vault.
Raptor on the ground.
Looks like they're seeing something, but they're playing a really passive onto red here.
Taking out RCE.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You literally, my mouth was open. You stole the words right out of my mouth.
I'm sorry. I thought it was full of toast, so that's my bad.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's going to be full of toast in 20 seconds, though.
Seals with a nice pick trade back onto one of the anchors here, and Barson's going to just start throwing explosive drones.
That's how you play Flores, isn't it? Oh, boom everywhere.
They're going to have to get this plant down, and Barson's going to manage to get the kill, but Barson on 1 health, trying to get the plant down. If he goes down, then it's over, but Schlaxen manages to keep that Jaeger out from the
Barson had a little bit of trouble getting the plant down.
Yeah, I mean, they were on the end of the round, so if that Jaeger had just accidentally even, touched Barson on that plant, who was in a pretty exposed area, that would have been a point for the other team.
To be honest, everything was moving so quickly, I had no clue where anybody was.
Looked like they were trying to find that smoke there, hiding behind the vault door near couches, and managed to take them out, but not without receiving a lot of damage back, leaving their planter with pretty much 0 health.
Yep. And, he had 2 people defending him, so his health doesn't matter as long as he got the
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Exactly, and I'm actually interested to see that SFU is going back to this site. I believe they have trophy back open to them now after they won it the first round, but they're opting to go run it back. Maybe they thought, something really critical went wrong and they know how to fix it, but either way, it's 2-1 right now. Tempr picking up their first attacking round.
You can stop worrying about grenades now. Activating jammer.
Yeah.
Jammer ready to
I honestly don't know if they're doing the same hold.
10 seconds left.
Their hold wasn't entirely bad. They definitely could have run it again.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, they had some early success getting picks onto, or at least attempting to get picks onto the players coming into Master and getting pressure on there, but ultimately just got pinched and both their roamers died.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate for them. This map is a very good map for roaming, though. But it also is a very good map if you're able to coordinate a pinch on the roamer, as this map is, quote-unquote, the most competitive map in Siege.
It's true, and you see Barson here on the Astro window doing just that, holding this crossfire, trying to make sure that if these roamers try to escape, they're gonna get some shots at them at the very least. Fun Zone here playing in Statue is going to hold the same angle into Closet and does know that there's somebody in Astro here who's going to fall back as Reckon is going to pick up the slack and try to take some engagements onto these Astro players here.
Oh, and Landis gets to pick onto Reckon in Trophy. Unfortunate one of the Romas.
Bomb has been located.
Nitro comes out here, doesn't manage to really do any damage, and Landis is still at almost full health. One more stim from that Finka boost is going to give them what they need, but I don't know if they know that Fun Zone is close on this board door.
Yeah,
and they don't, and it's going to get caught out.
Landis was reloading right in front of him, and he proceeds to push in. Unfortunately, for him, Fun Zone was just ratting out in that corner. But Fun Zone did get refragged out almost immediately.
Yeah, it looks like Barson was there to pick up the slack, but kind of a funny miss drone there. And
Yeah, that was funny.
looking like Tempr is trying to open up this vault wall, trying to get rid of this shield so that they can hold this hallway.
Oh, Barson gets to pick onto Duzlo, now making it a 2v4. Barson's doing work right now. He's been doing work.
Great shot there. I'm not sure where Duz was, but I think they might have been on that shield, so pretty amazing shot to take out the person holding that shield in the hallway.
Duzlo was actually on 90, and he still is on 90.
Nexus is getting super aggressive. The surprise that they've been able to take that much control of 90 and nobody's there, but nobody's expecting the wide swing from the smoke with the SMG-11.
Yeah, and you know what? He did that, and it worked. He got to pick onto Maverick.
And a critical kill here from Zeno, putting us at a 2v2, and now they've been able to smoke off completely that skull door, and that means that basically Tempr's going to have to shove through a bar door with a bulletproof cam on him, and Walsey makes that a possibility. Barson, looking for that last kill, has to hold the crosshairs, just going to spam these nades to make sure that Walsey doesn't get picked off, and Zeno is in a 1v2 at the moment, retake position, trying to clutch this out. Sees the head and manages to take out Barson 1v1 here. Sees the other head, but Walsey is faster and is going to salvage that round for Tempr.
Ooh. He's nice with it.
100% nice with it.
2 rounds in a row. Tempr managed to win post-plant, basically. Going good so far for them.
Yeah, and you know, they had that man advantage at the beginning. Unfortunately, that got traded back, but really good commitment there to that bar stuff. You know, they're like, we can't walk into school door. That's completely smoked off. It's a 2v2, and I guess SFU just wasn't watching that bar cross, even though they had bulletproof cams pretty much pinging them all the way down the hallway.
They managed to play to SFU's weaknesses. And it worked. They managed to get the round, and now it's tied 2-2.
Yeah, you know, if I'm SFU, I think I'm kicking myself, because on that situation right there, you have to know that if they can't walk into the smoke there, then they're gonna have to come all the way around 90. And I don't know where that other player was and why they were watching the skull door so hard.
Yep, they're definitely punching air after that one.
Certainly, you know, giving that 1v1 up is definitely not the play when you know that they're going to have to funnel through one door.
Yeah.
Interesting angle here for Duslo, who's trying to revolve around a pretty cheeky little floor bang there.
It might be able to work, actually. I've never seen anybody do that angle. I saw people do the angle behind the desk where the rotate into Astro is, but I've never seen someone do it behind the cabinet box.
Yeah, I must see onto bottom Astro there, and pretty killer line of sight, honestly, if you get the call that someone's coming up those stairs, but definitely a first for me.
Yeah, well, now we know to use it. That's how we hit Diamond.
Yeah, hold on, I'm writing something down real quick. I gotta put that in my notes.
That's fine. Are you writing down that angle?
I'm just watching it into my memory, you know, so I can pull that out in my next ranked match.
Yes, that's a good idea. My next ranked match probably won't be for weeks, so I'm definitely gonna forget about it.
No worries.
Attackers have located a bomb.
It looks like drone's coming into the bathroom here as Funzone is trapped behind blue box. And just trying to quick peek things. Zeno is going to get the double kill with the C4 from below bathroom. So looks like the Jaeger called out that they were getting pressured from bathroom. Zeno is in position with the Thunderbird to light
Zeno
them up
just
and
said not
does.
anymore.
A bomb has been located.
Okay, SFU is definitely punching air if they weren't already. 2 people out with the from a nitro cell. That is unfortunate.
Super unfortunate, and now Seals is going to have to take initiative and be the entry on the hard breach, and manages to make it a 3v3 with those 2 quick kills there.
Seals is activating his inner Shaker right now with those quick peeks. Pushing into Astro is completely taking control now.
Seals has been activated and has gone into clutch mode. Let's see if they can keep that up.
So has Nexus with a kill onto Lion.
Traded back by Seals. Seals sees the head, knows somebody else is in board, doesn't know exactly where, but is going to start planting, faking the plant, trying to bait those players back out. And it looks like
Even
Zeno...
baited you.
Yeah, still baited the commentators. Schlaxen goes down, but Seals is done with the plant. Do they know that there's someone behind them? They don't, but they get the kill onto the other, and now they know with the bullet tracers coming out from Zeno where the shots are coming from. Unfortunately, falls down the stairs. So now, does Zeno know?
I don't think he knew that he fell.
Zeno is now defusing. Seals is trying to find desperately where the last player is, but it doesn't matter because they don't have any information.
Unfortunate.
Failed. Defenders win.
What an unfortunate slip down that hatch for Seals after getting basically a 4K, bring that round back for their team.
I'm gonna say what I've said 2 times already. SFU is punching air. Oh
Yeah,
wait, never mind. SFU won.
I think honestly, if you're Seals, you've got your face in your hands right now. Like
Honestly.
two almost clutch, 4K almost ace clutches.
Well, you know what? That round wasn't even his fault. Well, it wasn't entirely his fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when you fall down that hatch. You don't know if you have enough time to get back up. I think they were just thinking, they're going to go stick the plant. But I don't think that the Thunderbird knew exactly where Seals was until he started shooting through the floor. So maybe the plan is to run back up the stairs there.
At the end of the day, it's Ubisoft's fault for putting the hatch there. Hopefully, if they go back and watch this VOD, hopefully Seals goes back and he hears me say that, and he realizes that it's never his fault whenever he loses. He should just blame Ubisoft.
Yeah, I have to give it to Seals. Seals has a clutch mode that just activates, and if their teammates were able to do pretty much anything else during those rounds, it would have been a round win.
That was a really nice play he went for. That late round play he did. It really almost worked. Honestly, without that hatch, I had faith that he would have killed Zeno.
Yeah, I mean, definitely very close, and great job stepping up there when the entries go down, saying, you know what, I'm Habana, I have 21 bullets, and, I have a diffuser.
21 bullets and a dream.
And a dream. And manages to make that dream almost come true.
Yeah.
Still a pretty good split at the moment for Tempr. I mean, like a 3-3 split if they were to win this round isn't terrible, especially on a map that can be kind of defensive sided like Villa. So if they can win this one, bring it to a 3-3 going to a half, it's definitely possible. Though Duzlo manages to get a nice shot in the slacks and don't know where exactly. I think through the floor, and now it's suddenly a 5v2 as everybody funneling into the windows and closet and master gets taken out.
I look away for 1 second. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, if you blink, you could have missed it. Yeah.
I looked away for 1 second to have a sip of my drink, and now it's a 5v1. Wow. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Barson now maybe taking kind of a tactical timeout here for Tempr, as he's going to sit outside Boar window and hope that somebody walks by while they're going to get their groceries.
Oh, he's back. He's back to trying to figure it out. He pushed into the building now. Gets to pick on Mozzie.
No,
that was unfortunate for Mozzie. That was really unfortunate for Mozzie, as he was running as he was throwing a nitro. Very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate. Very fortunate for Boyson now, making it a 1v4. It's still a 1v4 though. But as you said before, round's not over until it's over.
Absolutely. And, you know, I have to give it to SFU here. A lot of teams would get a little bit overzealous and start hunting for kills. Not SFU. They've done the right thing here by basically just sitting back and watching these crosses. Looks like Barson's going to find fun zone, though, and with 40 seconds, I think maybe if you're SFU, you're starting to sweat a little as the Buck Reaper is coming to take your soul.
Yeah, and it is Boyson, and Boyson has been doing pretty good last game and throughout the whole night. So maybe, honestly, maybe. Never mind. Timer ran out. I didn't even notice. But
and the caster's curse there, as Reckon is gonna take him out.
But you know what? He managed to get 2 picks. That's more than I could have done. Hopefully that feels better. Hopefully, if he watches this, that makes him feel better.
Absolutely, and you know what? Tempr are not out of this game by any means. 4-2 here, so not a great split, obviously, for Tempr, but they're on defense now, and so on Villa, a 4-2 isn't great, but it's not necessarily, you know,
it's not make it
terrible. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely pretty common split, honestly, if you're trying to attack Villa here and the defense knows what they're doing. So hopefully Tempr knows what they're doing on defense here to try to bring some rounds back and even up that differential.
Defenders, protect your
Yeah,
bomb.
like it may be a 4-2 split, but none of the 10 people and 3 casters, or 2 casters, I don't know how to count, watching and playing this game know what'll happen in the next how many rounds there are being played.
Absolutely. This could go anyway at the moment, as Landis is going to destroy some priceless art on the wall there in order to put up some reinforcements on triple.
A lot of money he just destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. I think those were originals, so pretty big damage bill there for Tempr.
Think of how hard it took Ubisoft to get the copyrights to put that in the game, man. That's just disrespectful.
Dude, how are you gonna destroy my NFTs like that? Come on.
Honestly.
And looks like a master side. Yeah. Ubisoft with their new NFT program gonna make one out of every single piece of art in Siege.
Who in Ubisoft decided to create that? That's so like, it's not random. That's so weird.
Yeah, they scrapped it. I don't know exactly what they were doing with it. Yeah, they totally scrapped that, by the way. But yeah, I think after all the players were like, "What?" Then they decided that was maybe not the best play.
I'd buy an NFT of Ezio, to be honest.
We've
Just
got
kidding. I don't play Assassin's Creed.
Kill onto Barson pretty quick here as Zeno has just run up red with Ash.
Bomb located
So
by
bringing
attack.
back the OG Ash rush. Oh, sorry, top main there. Taking out the Cade. And looks like Reckon's going to try to go for some nades here onto Books.
You know, he is playing Ash how she's meant to play played. Just turn your brain off and you just run up a staircase.
Exactly.
They got my baby.
Like, if you're not doing that with Ash, honestly, get off of her.
I think it's contractually required that you shift W at whatever you're going for.
If you read the terms and service for Rainbow Six Siege at the very bottom, it says that you must always do that with Ash.
I think it says rush B no stop at the very bottom of the of the terms and conditions there.
Yeah, honestly.
Either way, 5v4 here for the attack as they manage to start taking some real estate at top main, but honestly, not a ton as they've really not even pushed into study. So 55 seconds here, and it looks like they're trying to hunt for some frag kills from below, but they might run out of time here if they're not careful.
Sending out our CE.
Wolsey still has full control of 90. Xeno with the R4C trying to take that fight might be up for some up for a surprise when the DMR comes popping out. And Xeno gonna shift W the Ash.
That's how you do
it. But traded out, fortunately for them, by Nexus. Trades come in. It's a 3v3. 22 seconds left. Sloxon's gonna get out. Duzlow's gonna get traded, and Nexus makes it a 2v1 for the offense.
15 seconds to go.
Hey, you know what? You know what? She did that. She did how you. She played. She played Ash how you have to play Ash. That's all that really matters. And you know what? They still won. So I see this as a win in my eyes for the Ash.
Absolute win for the Ash player. Shift W, get a pick, get traded out.
Yep,
That's pretty much best case scenario for having an Ash on your team, I think.
True, I do personally love playing Ash too. It's like I see Ash and I always know what to expect.
Yeah, Ash haunts my nightmares in ranked after teleporting across the map and shooting me in the back of the head when I can't see her with the North Star, the Ember Eyes on.
You play crackhead champions on this map, you're definitely asking to just die from that. It's gonna happen inevitably.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
And I'm not even wrong. That's the funny part.
No, that's the funny thing is you're 100% correct, especially with all the brick here that just blends into some of the camos. But 5v2 here for 6 feet under, and Tempr, not a lot of mistakes left to make. You've got 2-round buffer, I guess a 1-round buffer, right? And then you're on match point. So trying to go back to this Aviator defense that worked out at the beginning for them pretty well, but looks like they just lost fights at the very end there.
10 seconds to insertion.
It's again in position.
Loading mag!
Oh, and my apologies, sorry, they're actually in trophy. They're just extending Aviator.
Attackers are
And so it looks like they're going to dedicate maybe 2 roamers to that Aviator side, try to slow down the offense's push.
No, I do personally think that in higher ranks
Attackers have dropped the bomb
and competitive, extending into the other side of the map, when you're above on one of the 2 second floor sites is really good, as this map in itself
Attackers
is
have
a
recovered their
big
diffuser.
map, one of the bigger maps in Siege, in comp and ring. Well, I'm mostly going to be talking about comp here. Roaming or extending into, in this case, Aviator, really good, as it makes the attackers use up a lot more time having to deal with roamers.
Oh, and this is a rush into Boar.
A bomb.
It looks like they just all jumped in Boar window, wrecking, throwing those Yings out. The Candela's blinding most of the defense, and now it's suddenly a 2v1 on the site. Looks like Jaeger is trapped in Boar, doesn't know where to go, but bomb is down. They have a broken bulletproof left up, and Duzlow is going to try to maybe flash him and swing him. I don't know.
Attackers
He's just grabbing the...
Scratch everything I said about the roaming, because they just rushed and they won.
Yeah, I mean, that's the risk that you take, right, when you extend that far, and it looked like it was interesting to see them stack up on Boar window and drone out into Trophy. It looked like they saw there's only one person guarding Trophy, everybody else is off site, and they just stuffed their way into the site and took everybody else, and you know, the Romers have to fall back.
Point. Yeah, and now that takes us to the match point with SFU going 6-2, map 2.
And a great shot call there for, I don't know who's calling the shots. I imagine Duz is the IGL, I'm not sure, but, you know, compliments to the IGL there who saw a weakness in the armor of Tempr's defense and just decided, you know what, we're going to spearhead straight into the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Attackers will locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright. Well, this could be the end for this map, or this match, if SFU takes it, as it will be 2-0 for them.
And it could be the end of Tempr Esports as well in this league, potentially getting knocked out of these this playoff round. So
everything is on the line.
Everything is on the line. no room for mistakes. Landis is gonna set up Boar here, and knowing as each one of these
10
players
seconds to
knows that if you slip up, that's it.
Swapping
Yeah, so just don't slip up.
5 seconds
You gotta
remaining.
be at your best now.
So I'm actually going to interject here. Actually, because we are in the winner's bracket, it is a double elimination for everybody who plays. So, Tempr actually does have a second chance. They will play whoever wins the first of the losers bracket, and it'll work its way up back into the finals. So for the winner's bracket, Tempr actually has 2 chances.
Gotcha, sounds good. So I've just received word that
They
because
know.
of double elimination,
They know. They know.
we're good. They're good. Temper's fine, but this does make it a lot harder for them if they're trying to win this playoff drive. Because 2 minutes in, and it looks like SFU has already taken a lot of real estate downstairs. They're going back for those kills through the floor. Might have seen somebody holding in bar there, but doesn't manage to get the kill. And it looks like Zeno might be starting to cook some nades and delivering some unpleasant surprises to the defense on site at the moment.
There may be a lot of adrenaline going for both teams, but they are still playing very not necessarily passively, but they are playing pretty smart, not playing overly aggressive or anything. They're just playing the game as if it's 0-0 right now.
And I think you start to see that once you're on match point, you start to play a lot more conservatively. You start to worry about taking risks, like taking early engagements or swinging things unnecessarily. And so that's good in some ways for Tempr, but also they're giving up a lot of real estate here pretty quickly. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. It looks like they haven't managed to get into study, so trying to find some way into the building. Looks like Reckon and Zeno have managed to walk up main stairs and are going to start putting pressure on 90.
You know, I just realized that sometimes I've been calling Tempra, and now I feel very embarrassed.
Don't feel embarrassed. I would be embarrassed if you're Tempr right now, because it is a 4v1 and Nexus is planting. Landis trapped in 90, and this is it. Landis with the last hope for his team here in the winner's bracket, and it is dashed to smithereens as Fun Zone puts him down.
And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. SFU takes the win. The Tempr Esports. I just want to say that was a very nice segue you did.
I appreciate that. It's been amazing to be able to cast with you here, Velociraptor.
It's been amazing.
I believe that is it for us tonight. My name is Pineapple, and
and my name is Velociraptor.
And we're going to announce the name of the person who we're going to be interviewing here in a moment, as we get word of who that will be, to give you guys a little bit of insight into the minds of the players here and what they were thinking, what they were feeling during this really pretty aggressive, pretty high pace couple of maps. And who better to speak about the minds of the players than Reckon, who was absolutely on fire for both maps. I believe dropped like 17 kills map 1.
Demon. Absolute demon tonight, Reckon. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing good. That's good. How
funny? Your Discord avatar is freaking Tobey Maguire dancing. So as you talk about how you're doing real good, you've got freaking Bully Maguire dancing in the background.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Very apropos. Tell us a little bit about that. Those last couple maps. I mean, what at the very beginning it seemed like you guys were struggling a little bit on Chalet. Tempr took a couple of early rounds and seemed to have some momentum going in, and then all of a sudden things flipped around. I mean, what was different?
So, like, Chalet's always been one of our stronger maps, and once we kind of figured out their play style, we kind of just like flipped it on them and just like kind of like countered it, and that's what we just kind of started doing. And we also started playing more aggressive. Like we started bringing Ying, and we started just like Finka, Ying, Jackal. We just
LMG Gobert.
Yes, LMG.
Honestly, a great adaptation there, and I think that did you guys just feel like we can win these gunfights? Let's take them. Is that kind of the line of thought? And
Once we kind of like knew where they were, like we kind of had that mentality. So yeah, we started doing that once we got a little bit more control.
And you managed to get that control pretty quickly. It only took you 2 maps to get settled in and managed to just absolute game on them.
Yeah, it was great games, though. Both
Yeah, it
sides
seemed
played
like
very well.
It was a great game, you know, and it seemed like there were some great plays came out from both people. You know, I think Souls in particular on Tempr was going off a couple rounds, and yourself.
Souls that second game did pretty good, but you reckon you did absolutely amazing those 2 games we watched.
Pretty phenomenal. And walk me through real quick. I wanted to ask because I just wanted to know when did that call come in to just rush into trophy on that, like, I think second to last round there.
So the call came in on drone phase, and I was actually against it, even though I was the one playing Ying. But we still did it, and it actually worked out pretty well.
Who called that? I want to give kudos to whoever orchestrated that rush.
Nexus did, but the whole team was basically like ready for it except for me. But I was like, all right, whatever.
It works.
It's a great play. I mean, when you see those roamers off site and you see that little gap in the defense there, if you commit to it well and you take those fights well, like you guys did, that was just beautiful to watch. So really well done.
Yeah, good job to you, Reckon, and good job to your team for getting the win tonight.
And is there anything you wanted to say to anybody watching, potentially any fans out there who watched you smoke some people today?
Reckon fans stand up.
No, I don't know what to say. I'm not used to interviews.
So humble after dropping like a combined 20-something, 30-something kills. So, well, Reckon, it's an honor to be able to get inside your mind a little bit and get a piece of your perspective there. Yeah, and well done, well-earned game there. Hard fought, but you should feel proud of yourself, your whole team, and thank you for joining us tonight.
And good luck for the rest of the playoffs. I have faith in you guys. You're welcome.
All right, take care.
You too.
Take care, bro.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. All right.
Alrighty.
Well,
go for it, man.
Alright, well, I hope you guys had an amazing night watching these 2 matches. These 2 teams were pretty amazing to watch. I hope you guys had as much fun watching as we did casting. My name is Velociraptor, and I'm joined by Pineapple. And I just want to say have a good night, or evening, or morning, wherever you are.
Have a great evening, you guys, and get ready for some more games coming up this week and next week as we get deeper into the playoffs here in the 6 Feet Under League.
To be honest, it's going to get even more amazing and even more hectic than it did this game. So stay tuned for the rest of the playoffs.
Awesome. We're going to sign off with that. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.